The day the hotel changed forever began as any other. June Porter Hudson woke before dawn in a basement apartment in the staff cottage closest to the hot springs. She climbed out of bed, displacing 3 dachshunds, 2 smooth, 1 wiry, who poured to the floor to follow her at a polite distance. She ducked beneath the clothesline hung across the room and unclipped her shirt and underwear before hanging her quilt in their place to air for the day. By the light of a single bedside lamp, she dressed in her usual attire: waist-high wide-legged slacks, a button-down shirt with the sleeves rolled up neatly, a delicate wristwatch, a swipe of lipstick. Her dark hair was bobbed just below her ears, and when she was working, she slicked it back elegantly with some grooming cream. The entire look was out of step with the formal pin curls and dresses found inside the hotel, but the Rockefellers and the Roosevelts didn't expect her to look like them. She certainly didn't sound the same, not with her holler-bred accent. They were used to their hoteliers having a French accent if they had any at all, and the only French June had was "Vive l'Empereur," which one of her waiters used to hiss under his breath each time the chef came into view. It did not matter. The guests loved her anyway. After she stepped into her low-heeled Mary Janes, June silently drank 2 full glasses of mineral water beside the kitchenette's single window. In the summer, the small, eye-level porthole offered a gray morning view of the mulch and shrubs around the porch, but now, in the winter, the dark glass merely reflected her face: wide-set eyes, arched eyebrows, lips pragmatic as a pencil. Sweetwater, that was what the locals called it, although it tasted like a split lip and a mouthful of dust. The water wasn't named for the taste. It was named for what it did to the body. What ailed you? Rheumatism, constipation, barrenness, grip, dyspepsia, malaria, biliousness, croup, homesickness, homeliness, eczema, gout, indigestion, inflammation, apoplexy, doubt? Medical journals and medical guests debated the spring's potency, but June didn't pay them much mind. She just started and finished her day the same way, never missing those 4 glasses of mineral water. After she'd drunk hers, she poured a glass into the dachshund's bowl, fed them some meat scraps from the icebox, and then got to work. Work, work. It never ended. June oversaw 450 staff, 420 rooms, 418 acres, 212 Shropshire sheep, 110 golden delicious apple trees, 60 box stalls, 21 cottages, 7 cabins, 4 bathhouses, 3 bottling rooms, and 2 mineral streams. Every day there was staff to organize, supplies to inventory, events to execute. Each heaving breath of this expensive beast accounted to the penny, so that the Guilfoyles, who owned the hotel, were reassured that none of their fortune was having fun without them. The business of luxury. The first thing on her mind when she woke, the last thing on her mind when she went to bed. On that day, January 25th, the Avallon was hosting a tartan ball in honor of Robert Burns, a long-dead but still lauded Scottish poet. With her dachshunds in tow, June had joined her staff captain, Griff Clemens, on the ballroom balcony to observe a dress rehearsal of the technical components. The ballroom was impressive. At its center, a sweetwater fountain covered with carved rhododendron flowers filled the space with the scent of sweet earth and wildflowers. The ceiling far above bore a brilliant mural of West Virginia scenes by Susie M. Barstow of the Hudson River School. On the north wall was an enormous stage where the glamorous Geraldine Farrar had once reprised her Met role as Madama Butterfly. On the south was a fireplace taken stone by stone from the ruins of the Battlesden House, gifted by the willing Duke of Bedford's estate. During a presidential stay, Grace Coolidge had had a hand in selecting the parquet floor. Heiresses, presidents, royalty. This was the nature of the average Avallon guest. People so high on the social ladder they had to duck for the sun to go overhead. "How are your girls doing, Griff?" June asked.
"Fine enough,"
he replied. "Your voice says otherwise.